Testing, testing. Is the sound working?
Yep.
Okay. Oi, oi, and welcome to the Just Dressin' channel. Sorry, the Derp Derp channel. Um, I'm Ski Nerd, over there is Derp Derp, and we're going to review the second Final Destination movie made in 2003. Bringing back one of the main characters from the first one.
Clear. Ali Larder is Clear.
Her name is Clear. I thought it was Claire,
And then
but it's Clear.
for some other
Who the hell
characters,
names their kid Clear?
we have AJ Cook as Kimberly, the main character of the movie. Michael Landis is the Thomas Burke, the cop. David Potku is Evan, the hot rod sports car guy. James Kirk is Tim Carpenter, the 15-year-old that looks like he's 20 plus years old. And Linda Boyd as his mom, Nora. Keegan Connor Tracy as Kat. And Jonathan Cherry as Rory. And Justina Machado as Isabella. And T.C. Carson as Eugene. Those are just all the main characters. There's a bunch of others. Yeah. But as he pointed out, it also has Mickey from Shameless.
Yep.
I'm trying to look for Noel Fisher.
All right, cool. Well, the movie starts out. They're going on a girls' and I suppose there's guys' trip to Daytona Beach.
Yep.
And they're in New York.
And it's the 1 year anniversary since Flight 180 from the first one.
Yep. And this girl envisions a car pileup, and like everybody dies, and then she wakes up all sweaty, and she's like, "Oh my God, something bad is gonna happen," just like in the first one. So buckle up for a repeat of the first movie. Except, we learn that everybody from the first movie is dead except for the woman named Clear, and they go and visit her to say, "Hey, how do we beat this thing?" And she volunteered to be put in a padded room, and Kim calls her a coward and says, "My friends are dying now," blah blah blah, and mentions that there's Clear mentions that there's an order, but apparently this time it's different. It's going backwards because her friends died last, and they died first, which was weird.
Or she died first in the vision, or she died last in the vision.
Yeah.
Her friends were second, third, fourth, and fifth to last.
Yeah. And then they died.
And she escapes death with the cop tackling her to the ground as a truck comes barreling into her friends in the car.
Yep, and then they die in a fiery explosion, which is really fun. And then we get to see
one of my biggest disappointments with this is you don't see Alex die. You just see a newspaper clipping of how he dies.
Wait, who's Alex again?
The guy from the first one.
The main character, you mean? Oh, okay, that guy.
Because you just see like a newspaper clip that just briefly says how he dies. And it's just like blink and you'll miss it.
Oh.
And it mentions that Clear is the only survivor.
Uh-huh. And then they go visit her. Let's see. So, Mr. Hot Rod, he is the first one to get a death in this movie. and he's at home. He just won the lottery. He got some messages on his phone of girls be like, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a year, but congratulations. You want to hook up? Blah blah blah." Gold diggers. And he's making some food. So whatever, there's like a magnet that falls into his Chinese food thing and puts in the microwave. He doesn't see the magnet fall in, of course. Turns it on, that explodes. Then
The magnet is also a clue to his death because it spells something else, but then it follows and it just spells I.
yep, that's the clue. So there's a fire when he's making his mozzarella sticks or whatever. The microwave explodes, and then his entire house or his entire apartment explodes, and he climbs down the fire escape, and he slips on some spaghetti he throws out at the beginning of the scene, and this ladder falls right above his face, and then it doesn't, and you're like, oh man, he's gonna live, and then it falls into his eye. Boom, now he's dead.
That is one of the appealing factors for each death in these movies. It fakes you out a bunch of times
Yeah,
before they actually die.
it's part of the fun. Um,
Because it
so yeah,
makes
then,
you play the guessing game. How are they going to die?
mm-hmm. Uh, yeah, then we get the visit of Clear. They visit Clear Rivers, and then there is a mom and a son, and They decide to go to the dentist, and this kid who is 15 years old. He looks like he's older.
He looks like he's over 21.
Yep. And anyways, so there's something weird with the fish tank, and as we learn through the scene while he's going to the dentist, the death is going for both of them at the same time. Um, and it starts off with the fish tank.
Mainly because they die at the same time in the vision. Same thing with Kimberly and her friends.
Yep, there's something that happens with the fish tank, and pigeons are mentioned, and there's like pigeons like flying into the window when the kid is getting treated by the dentist, and the dentist like walks away, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna put you on some gas while we wait. And for whatever reason, the oxygen there's nitrogen and oxygen that flow at the same time, but because of the water from the fish tank is leaking, it somehow makes the oxygen turn off. So then he's just getting nitrous, and so he can't breathe, and something goes into his mouth, uh, and like the nurse saved him or whatever,
Yep.
and like there was pigeons flying into the lobby of the dentist and like attacking the mom or something, or trying to attack the mom. It was really weird. But then, anyways, they exit and leave, and then the kid sees a bunch of pigeons, and we see Kim and the cop running towards them. They're like, "No, don't go towards the pigeons." He's like, "Oh, look, pigeons," and he dies.
He kills himself technically because he shoos away the pigeons. They fly into the guys holding what kills them, and they drop it. So he essentially kills himself.
Yep. So he's dead. He gets squished, and that was a fun death. Um, let's see.
And you see the body bag completely flat.
Mm-hmm. And then Clear decides to leave her
Padded room.
padded room and join the new crew, and to try to help them.
And where do they go first? They visit William Bloodworth.
And do you have a picture of him?
Right there.
That is the guy. He is the coroner, and he is based on theories, death, and he's going after people, or whatever. But he gives them like some advice that's not really advice. He's just like, yeah, you guys are gonna die. Good luck.
Rewatching the movie, I can also see him be kind of either death or like an angel. Just like trying to do the exact opposite the theories say. Like he's trying to help him. I can see that too, or like he's just watching it happen,
Yep.
like as a watcher angel.
And he gives them a quote. He says, "Only new life can defeat death." Basically saying there's a way to defeat it. Um, and so they immediately think, oh, so one of the people was pregnant, and if her kid is like born or something like that, then they'll all be safe or something. Anyways, then she gets a second vision of a car, someone in a car diving, crashing into a lake and drowning. Um, and then they're, yep, pregnant lady, new life. And then they all have a meeting at the cop's apartment, which is way too nice for what his salary is. And the black guy, Eugene, he's just like, I don't believe any of this. This is stupid. And a canoe almost kills him.
And first, we also see the cokehead have a very awkward scene in the elevator with the guy.
Yep. With the hooks.
No, before that, the guy that he tries to get something off his face.
Oh, yeah. That was weird. Anyway, the cokehead's like putting something away, and he sees a shadow of it looks like a man with hooks, and they're like, "Oh no, a man with hooks!" And there's two people in the elevator,
Eugene and Nora.
the mom, and she gets her. He was like really creepy. He's kept smelling her, and so the second time he smells her, like a hook gets caught on her hair, and then she tries to get out of it, and then something happens with the elevator, and her head gets chopped off in the elevator, which is pretty nice. And
There's always a decapitation in these movies.
and immediately after that, Eugene is like pissed off, and he's angry and he's terrified. So he steals the cop's gun and he holds it up to his head and he shoots 6 times, and they're all duds.
Meaning it's not his time.
Yep. And then the pregnant woman that they're looking for, her water breaks. She was like arrested.
Going up now.
She was arrested, and then her water breaks. So they're like, oh
Go.
crap.
You can do it. Good girl. One second. Good girl. Okay.
Anyways, so the new theory is that there's a ripple of death, like the first one because of the plane crashing. They learned that all the people in the group, they should they all faced a situation with death, and they basically replaced the people from the first movie. Like Eugene is a teacher, the cokehead, something happened with him and one of the other characters, and the main character had something to do with the friend who killed himself in the bathroom.
Yeah. Or she had heard about it and she was just very curious about it. That's about it.
Yeah. Anyways.
And I don't. I'm trying to remember how it was for the cokehead. But the cop,
It doesn't
the
matter.
cop was called last minute before his partner was shot to go clean up Stifler from the first one. That's what saved him.
Yep.
All
right.
That's really the only one that they kind of really fleshed out.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so there's a ripple of death. Oh right, then there's a they're in like some by a farm or whatever, and there's a car accident between the two groups. The pregnant lady, and they're in the van, and they're in this other car, and they crash into each other. Um, so then the news comes, and something happens with leaking fluid, And before that, they almost die in this car accident. And there's like pipes, and the lady who was driving got her legs crushed, and Eugene got stabbed with one of the pipes.
His lung collapsed.
Oh, that's what it was. And
And
then,
yeah.
yep, then you had the fireman who was just like, "Hey, I got Jazz Life." She's like, "Can you turn it down? It's really loud." And he's like, "Yeah, let me put on Salem." Mode." Oh, great, that would be great. And he like punches it with the car, and the airbag goes off. And because there's a
Impaling her in the head with a piece of metal.
it's a PVC pipe. Um, it was behind her, protruding out, and because that goes off, her head goes back into that PVC pipe. Um,
And
so basically, he's a murderer.
as this is happening, she's also smoking a cigarette.
She drops her cigarette, and it lights the line of liquid on fire, leading back to the news van, where then the news van explodes, and then
Almost
the coke
hitting
head.
Mickey.
Yep, and then the coke head. No, someone saves Mickey.
Yeah, the cokehead did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
And the van explodes, and a part of the fence goes. It's like a barbed wire fence. He goes through the coke head, and he dies instantly. Um, so you got two deaths for the price of one. So that's nice. And then we get to go to the hospital where we see Eugene fighting random things moving, and basically he can't do anything. He has a collapsed lung, so he's basically what he's trying to do
He's
is
intubated and
he's trying to press the button, and it falls, and then what's her name?
Clear.
Oh yeah, Clear opens the door, and it sets off whatever gas that got leaked in there, and they both explode and they both die. That was surprising. I didn't see that coming because I thought Eugene lived, and then the pregnant woman gives birth, and they're all like, "Yay, we made it!" And she gets another vision, like, "Oh wait, she didn't die in my vision, so she wasn't supposed to die." And so she has this vision of drowning, and she realizes that it's her that's supposed to drown, and that's supposed to stop everything. And of course, she gets revived by the doctor at the end, and we're like, yay, we beat everything, blah blah blah. And at the very end, Mickey explodes. So that's fun.
With the hint of because when Rory the cokehead saved him, that continued the the rift.
Yep. All right, cool. So that was our review, and hopefully it wasn't too long. How much
Under
time
20 minutes, or just 20 minutes.
Okay. All right. Good job, team.
We'll do the third one at some point. We'll do all of them leading up to May 16th when Bloodlines comes out. But well, this weekend we'll probably do Novocaine because we're going to the advanced screening. We'll just do like a quick video, like giving our opinion, and then I'll post that right away. But then we'll do a spoiler video, which I won't post until after the movie comes out. That'd probably be the easiest way to do it.
Okay.
But
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Sayonara.